You know who they are, don't you? I know they plague you too. Faceless, shapeless, preying on your every move. I do. I know they're tuned into me TV, listening, watching, diffused in the air I breathe. Why they're onto me, I've not yet concluded. Presumably some governmental scrutiny of the human movement, some Illuminati collusion, some alien intrusion. They're in the shadows, always moving, even more so in the dark. Theirs are the footsteps that pursue me as I'm walking through the park, but only ever when I'm on my own. They're the calls of always getting calls. Number unknown. Everybody knows you mustn't answer those. It's them tapping our phones, unwrapping their tentacular nodes. It's actually spectacular, I suppose, the lengths to which they'll go to listen to me and my mates' conversations constituted wholly of wrongness and nonsense and torrents of hot-headed rhetoric on the sorry state of the nation. They, assassins, axe-wielders, assailants. We, self-appointed judges, jury and jailers. They lay in wait in an anonymous place, tracing and taping the admissions in our discussions, sussing us up, suspecting us, the recorded audio edited and cut. So should. Again, for what exact reason, I'm not exactly sure. There ever come a time at a later date when they want to replay one of these tapes in an attempt to incriminate, I shall find I have been distastefully implicated in some heinous aberration. I say they lay in wait. And somewhere along the way, they must have infiltrated my home, my own personal space. Maybe hurdling over the back gate they came, metropolitan ninjas up drain pipes through windows between the spaces in the grating, their bodies elongating like rats through gaps in crazy paving. I say they lay in wait. They very cleverly place wires and cameras somehow under the walls, in tunnels, in cavities. Their plan is, I'll bet, to hang around indefinitely. I'm fairly sure they'll be the death of me. I can only hope they film the best of me. I know that they won't. But that's just the trick, you see, I know. And so long as I know that they're there, but so long as they don't know that I know that they're there, as far as arch enemies go, we can abide in harmony, but should harm ever come to me, I'll know upon whom to rain my blame. The deft tap of scriptwriters' digits on keys falls unperceived below the noise of my life. Their masterminding plot lines I was born to star in, to ensure I'm slated as the nation's favourite Friday night entertainment. They write my happiness, they write my disasters, to scrape the ratings, to keep them enraptured in my hapless actions, my happy little accidents, such as... How is it I can put something down for a minute, but a moment, before it just ups and vanishes? I mean, completely disappear, dissolve, evaporate. I'd search for an eternity for my small paper Primark bag, laden with the spoils of a day, playing human pinball, pushing through hustling, shoulders bustling towards the next to nothing hostage of every hostile shopper's shopping list, namely, a few pairs of cheap tights and some new leggings, which I'd desperately check the very depths of my house for before scratching my head and confessing... It's just one of life's my messy mysteries. The next morning, folded really quite crisply at the foot of my bed. I'm caught in their fine spider web and they're documenting my demise episodically. With this knowledge, see, is the acknowledgement that I exist in a world where déjà vu is just a glib term for where the usually slip turn in their films all sticks. Where coincidences such as thinking of old faces years since glimpsed and seeing them later that very same day are really glitches in their playback system, merely a technical hitch. They're in that embarrassing itch, that hot crimson pitch of my skin when in the middle of some meeting it dawns on me the colleague I'm with was only last night the object of some pretty weird dream sex. And what's more, all signs suggest that he seems to know. Of course he's in on it. Another extra in this extravagant hoax. They're the reason why I can't just open my mail without first checking closely, smelling and poking. They're in nervous joking for fear of nearby interloping. Theirs are the eyes in windows, ears in walls, lips which whisper my name but from which direction I simply can't place. It's their feet flitting over my grave. It's not me. Never was. It's always them. Them. And they lay in wait. So you know who they are, don't you? So do you know who they are, don't you? Just because you're not paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you too.